With the legs, you can also do with the arms. It has the same type of a joint. You just have to do it in a different way. So people always, they organize their arms to be lying in a certain way. You don't have to deal so much with the forearm because you can go and feel, you see, I can feel into the shoulder joint and feel where their tendency is to be able to go one direction or the other direction, you see? So I just hold the arm not completely straight and I just turn, and I can feel, look, with her, she'll be more in, and when she wants to go out, it doesn't happen so quickly. So what I would want to do, I'd want to go more inwards. Look, immediately she has a response a little bit, and then the outside, no. Maybe it has to do with the arm coming closer or farther away. I don't know. This I would have to see, but it's something that you can play with. See? Next time we can do things also related to the forearm and the shoulder joint, related to being on the side and on the stomach more, and then I'll show how to use this certainly much more easily. But even for this, look, just this one direction that I feel where she's going to in terms of her arm, it makes a tremendous difference for her. And then when I'm going to want to turn to the outside, look, then it makes it much easier. Look, softer, right? Before even lifting the arm. So, okay. Okay. Now, how would it be on this side? I don't know. I have to see which direction do I feel goes the easiest. Okay. And with her, it also I feel this way also goes. Okay. So I'm accomplishing so much just by this one little element, finding out where is her direction, being able to turn the arm and the other, because if I'm certainly going to take the arm and bring it over, if she has more tendency to turn it to the outside, when I'm going to want to bring it over the chest or to lift it, I'm already working against something that I don't need to be. So, so it can be quite useful. Okay. Look, where does it go? There. Back. Now, many times with the antagonists in different relationships of a back and forth movement, because movements, you can think of them in antagonists. It's useful to know where they are, but even more so, it's more useful because you're dealing with the movements of back and forth. It's not just one or one related to another. It can be a whole group. Is that you always want to feel a back and forth movement. So if you're always going to an extreme, hard to feel it. But if you're always looking for where does it go back and forth and more or less, then you'll be able to sense the side that's less receptive and the side that's more receptive. So you always go to the more receptive side and try to find your way back, and that's how you create the motion. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually and then shoulder joint? Yes, I'm dealing with the shoulder joint. That's what I'm feeling into. Certainly, I'm feeling around all the musculature that does the movement, which is not in the joint only, for sure not. Okay, yeah, sure. We deal with the scapula, so see, and I can feel if I change the rhythm a little bit, then it gets a little bit. It doesn't like to come back. So those are some of the elements that you can also play with in a back and forth motion when you want to feel how the back and forth is available or not. Some of you understand or can locate the antagonist. Some of you, it's a funny concept, so it's always useful to just think and maybe just back and forth and how it goes. Okay, so next would be, now that I have that, now I feel the shoulder joint more receptive, more available, easier. Yeah, you would say that too. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we did the other day was to feel and think of the shoulder blade, okay? So, nothing doing. So what I want to do is, how do I want to relate? This is easy. Okay, so I will certainly want to be able to find any place to think. This is just, it's such a useful tool, and to learn how to feel. Once you've felt it, you can use it. You don't have to use it. You'll be able to sense it and then just bring the shoulder blade however you like. But by moving it inwards, and then I'm trying to return, you see? And I can go down the whole inner border of the scapula, and I keep my fingers to the outside, and I just go in, and I return, in, and I return, in. I can wait and see what happens. It's always interesting. And return. I don't have to press hard, okay? And I can even come in this direction. You see, that's it. And then, now I have a more receptive shoulder, okay? That's the point, all right? So, I think the main thing that would be useful now is to see in terms of the movement of the arm. You see, I can check which direction I would like to go. We're going to just review it. You see, if I'm going to take it over the chest, I want to be able to have, I want the shoulder joint is available. My interest is in the shoulder blade, so the shoulder joint becomes available. And then if I have those two, certainly then I'm relating to the trunk. Okay? All right? So once again, if I'm thinking down, it's more from the upper border. Okay? And then I certainly can relate it like we were doing yesterday. You can think how it relates in the diagonal. Okay? Across. Yes? More across, more across. More I come in this direction, it's more straight over the chest. Straight over the chest. So there's two elements when you take an arm over the chest. One is the arm itself, and the other is the rolling of the head. Okay? So if the head rolls in the way she's doing it now, which is bringing the chin towards the shoulder, the angle of how she's going to bring the arm over the chest, I will have to bring the arm much further over the chest if I want to get a larger movement in the chest. If the head turns around the axis, I get a much larger movement immediately in the chest. Okay? I'll say that again. Okay? Now the tendency, of course, is to just roll the head. In this particular movement, I'm going straight over. See, and the chin comes closer. And then I feel I'm somewhat stuck. So if I need to go more, I have to take her in such a way that I can really lift this up more so she comes more in the direction of this shoulder. Okay? It's a fine detail, but it's important because it's the understanding how weight shifts and what it relates to. Okay? Because many times you try to pull the arm more and it feels it doesn't want to go. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with the ribs opening or being available or not. Okay? So if the head, you see, look, the arm is up, and if the head, instead of rolling like this, you see, turns around the central axis, which would be sliding the back of the head, the chest becomes immediately more available because I'm turning around the middle more. Understand? It's a different movement. But I have a different, look, it's much lighter now, and she feels that I'm over easier. You see?
So
I don't have to go down. What?
Turning my head instead of rolling my head.
Yeah, turning around your center. Look, this is rolling. The chin comes closer. Look, you come off the middle. And then if I need to come much more, look, I need to come much more over here to get you over. Okay?
Is that because the middle kind of changes over to the side and so there's more weight?
Correct. It's about the shifting of the weight. So if she goes around the middle, look, the shoulder's up. She goes around the middle. Look, immediately the organization happens. She turns around this point. Can you see? Do you follow me?